Good morning and welcome to Lose It! Weight Loss and Nutrition. My name is Michelle and I'm a certified weight loss, nutrition, and diabetes prevention health coach. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about metabolism. There is a lot of discussions happening about metabolism, from what is it to I don't have one, or mine is broken, or my metabolism is the reason that I'm not able to lose weight. So I'd like to give you some facts and share some experiences with you in hopes that it will help you along your journey. So metabolism is a process of which your body is converting the food and drink into energy. It is a chemical process. So what we take in is chemically processed to be stored or used for energy at that time. The factors that determine your individual metabolism. So this is what's going to affect how fast your metabolism works. One is your body size. And the larger we are, the more muscle we have, the more calories we're going to burn. We all have a setting point. And a setting point means that when you're at rest or asleep and your body's brain is working, your organs are working, digestion happens, all of that takes energy and will burn calories. But that set point will vary among all of us because we're all different and we all have different metabolic factors. As we age, we lose 10% of our metabolism speed every 10 years after the age of 20. I know that's kind of disappointing because you're probably doing the math. So yes, it is not your imagination. It is harder to lose weight as we get older, but it is not the reason that we cannot lose weight. We need to figure out what our specific individual needs are and how to create that calorie deficit to be successful in losing weight. So your body uses 10% of the calories that you take in, or energy that it takes in, to do that thermogenesis process, which means to just keep your body functioning. So 10% of what we eat in carbohydrate and protein is processed just to keep our bodies running. So the other part of the metabolism is your physical activity, of course. Now, a lot of times physical activity is misunderstood. We take it as we need to exercise to lose weight. Well, kind of yes and no. We need activity to lose weight, not necessarily exercise. And the reason I say this is because when I was 276 pounds, I did not have the energy to exercise. And every weight loss diet, believe me, I've tried them all. I've been to WW, I still am with WW Blue. And, they talk about exercise and how important it is, and I completely understand. But when you're 276 pounds and your feet hurt, your knees hurt, your back hurts, your hips hurt, your shoulders hurt, it's very difficult to get that regimented exercise in. So I really want to push this because it's what I've learned over my journey is we need activity, not necessarily exercise. Now, what's going to automatically happen is as we lose the weight, we're going to have more energy to do more activity and maybe at some point add a regimented exercise program. And some people even work their way to marathon running. I mean, whatever, set your goals because you can't achieve them. But I want to talk to all those people that are heavy, they have conditions, backaches, knee problems that feel defeated because they feel that they're not being successful because they're not exercising. You will be successful. Now, what affects metabolism? Your genetics. So yes, you are correct. You did inherit some genes that all has to do with processing. So how we process our foods, part of it is genetics. So when you compare yourself to a thin person, you are correct in that their metabolism is probably faster. So there is a genetic factor. So sorry, had a little bit of an interruption. Okay, so we were talking about metabolic factors. And so genetics, yes, is one of them. Hormones. Yes, hormones play a big role, and it is not your imagination that as we get older and we are perimenopausal or menopausal, that the journey gets a little tougher, and it does. And it's hormones that change and fluctuate. But you can get past it, and you will get past it. You just never give up. So, what else factors in? Your environment. What is your environment? Your environment includes your work and your social interactions. So if you are a person that goes to happy hour once or twice a week, and you really enjoy that, and you meet your friends there, and you may overindulge, whether it's in alcohol or food or both. I'm not saying not to do that. I'm saying we need to factor it into our program, because I don't believe that giving up anything in your journey is going to work, because anytime you feel deprived, you are going to want to give up. So we just need to find other ways. So your social, your work, and your family and your friends are your environment. Now, there are times that I'm stronger than others. So there was a time that I couldn't go out and eat in restaurants because I could not control myself. I could not make good decisions. And that's okay. And what happened over time, you think, okay, it got easier and now I can do it. It's interesting because sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. So during the COVID, when everything was closed, of course, we all ate at home. And so I didn't really know how bad my situation was until my husband and I went on a beach trip, and we went to a restaurant, and I found myself eating the chips and the salsa and also ordering nachos, which is really surprising to me because it's not really one of my favorites. And so when I left there, I was, of course, upset that I had made those choices, but I was surprised that even after all that time had lapsed, I don't know, maybe 10, 11 months, that I wasn't stronger and more prepared for that restaurant. So I still struggle with the restaurants, but I always make a plan, and I always make sure I have a snack and I'm not too hungry, and I always, if possible, choose my food before I go to the restaurant. So the other part, by the way, environment and social interactions and family also includes your lifestyle. Lifestyle is part of that as well. Let's talk about health conditions. Sometimes we hear people say, well, I can't lose weight because I have a back problem. I have reticulopathy, or I have slip discs, or maybe you have a thyroid condition, or a diabetes condition, a metabolic disorder, syndrome X. There's just lots and lots of conditions that are going to affect how we move and how we metabolize. Now, they do contribute to our challenges, but we can overcome those challenges. The only time that I've seen a situation where we really could not control the situation would be when you're on steroids. When you're on steroids, there's a lot of inflammation that happens, a lot of water retention, and you're not, you're going to stabilize, if not gain weight during that time. But at least if you understand that that's going to happen, it's easier to accept. You can stay on plan, and that water is going to go away when you're done with your steroids. So sometimes the steroids are more important than your weight loss at that time. But if you stay on plan, I promise it's going to catch up when you're all done. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the physical disabilities. Some of us have shoulder problems. Some of us have back problems. Some of us have hip problems, knee problems, feet problems. They're really important because some of us live in pain every day, all day, and the more that we do, the more that we hurt, and I completely understand that. We never want to exasperate our pain and our problems. What we want to do is concentrate on what we can do, not what we can't, what we can. So if you have shoulder problems, then you can do the lower body workout. You can work out your legs just to burn some calories. Even walking would be wonderful, and that's my choice. Exercise is walking. Also, if you have lower extremity problems or back problems, then you can do upper body or chair activities. So sometimes I even do from my bed before I wake up. I will lift my legs up, I will start doing some stretches, I will do some planks before I even get up. And it counts, it counts. One other thing I want you to know about activity and exercise, you don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to work out for 30 to 60 minutes at a time. Who's got time for that? I know a lot of us don't. All you need to do is do 10 minutes of activities 3 or more times a day. 10 minutes. I work full time, and so I will do, I walk at my breaks. So I get 15-minute breaks. I get 2 of them. So I'll do a 10-minute walk, and then I walk part of my lunch. I walk 20 minutes. And then I eat for the other 10 because I usually just do, cold, easy to eat. I pack my lunch every day. So anybody can do that. Anybody. So think of those short stints, those 10 minutes, and you can do it. You just need to be mindful. I've got 10 minutes. I've got 15 minutes. I'm going to go take a walk. Let's say that you don't have that time. Okay, well, that's when we factor in taking the stairs, parking farther away, and walking. It all counts. Housework counts. Any activity that is not laying down counts. Even fidgeting. So all you fidgeters out there, fabulous. You burn more calories than the rest of us. Okay, so as we get older, we're going to need to incorporate, and again, this is when you start getting more energy, you get some of your weight loss, you're starting to have a little bit more energy, and we want to, in the future, or maybe you're there now, incorporate some resistance training. Again, you don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to buy all kinds of equipment. But why do we need it? For one thing, muscle burns more calories than fat. So we want to keep our muscle or build some muscle. Also, weight-bearing exercises will keep our bones strong. And it's very, very important as we get older. So we want to incorporate that. All you need is 2 times a week. 2 times a week, that's it. You may start off with gallons of water. You may start off with something smaller, cans of food. That's okay. But just know that you're going to need that. Also, as we are trying to lose weight, your body will lose muscle. It will burn muscle. You don't just lose water and fat. You're going to lose muscle if you're not getting the proper nutrients, especially your protein. So, because our needs vary, we're all different sizes, different disorders, conditions, age. If you're on a plan like WW and your points are working for you, you are having great success, and or you're following a calorie and macro that's recommended on your app. Let's say MyFitnessPal, I think it's 1,500 calories, and they have recommendations, and that's working for you. Fabulous. Don't change a thing. Nobody needs to double track. I personally choose to double track, but that's because of my diabetes. If you find that you are not losing, you just stopped losing, and you stopped losing over a month ago, or over the last month or longer, you are gaining and losing the same 2 to 3 pounds. I see that a lot. You need to find out why. And if you find out why, it helps us deal with the situation. It helps us maintain control of our situation and to get back on track. So how do you do that? You need to know your calories and your macro needs. Even if you don't utilize it, you need to know it. Every 15 pounds that you lose, we'll need to recalculate because our metabolic needs and our body's needs change every 15 to 20 pounds. Now, I offer calorie and macro calculation to your individual needs, and it's $25. $25, and you have that information if you ever want to use it now or you want to use it in the future. The other thing I want to point out is if you reach that and you're not losing and you're on that plateau, okay, I got my calories and my macros that I need. Do I need to double track forever? No. Because once you start tracking the calories and macros, it's going to show you. You're going to find out the reason why you're not losing. A lot of the times it's our portion sizes. We're not measuring, and we are under tracking our portion sizes. So get those calories and macros, because then you double track for a week, 2 weeks, and then you start to have an idea. The other thing that will happen is when you start measuring your foods, which I think everybody should do for a little while, you're gonna learn what a portion size is. Because when I was 276 pounds, I did not know portion sizes, and I overate my portions. So the measuring and the weighing is very, very important, especially if you're beginning your journey. Now, I've been doing it for a long time. So now it's interesting because I'll weigh my pretzels and put them in individual baggies, and now I can pull out exactly an ounce of pretzels. And so that really gets me excited because it means I'm learning, and that's awesome. So if you would like your calories and your macros figured out, then you can join my Facebook group. I'll put that information down in the description box, and you could instant message me through there. I can set that up for you. Or you can email me at loseitweightlossandnutrition@gmail.com, or you can go on my website, www.loseitweightlossandnutrition.com, and you can automatically book those macros right on my website. So you have 3 choices there. I'll get all that information in the description box. I hope that you found this information relevant and helpful to you in your journey, and I wish you the best of day. Thank you.